Good morning. This is White Raptor News Ministries. We are at the 5:08 in the a.m. early. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. So I got some bad news, guys. I have now got 2 active copyright strikes. I'm told that I need to attend copyright school, and then I can't complete copyright school for this strike, but it doesn't let me click on the copyright school. Maybe if somebody knows, or if I've done something wrong, but it's not allowing me to attend this school. So that's why I had to delete all of my shorts. Okay, so the only shorts that I have left on my channel today are my dad's birthday and my personal shorts, what I've made, because I can't get another strike. If I get another strike, they're going to shut down my channel, so I have to apologize to you guys for that. I've worked hard to grow this channel. Again, they've shut down several channels because the way I read the Bible isn't like no Christian minister, that's for sure, okay? There's some dark secrets in this Bible that Christians are not paying attention to. And I might add that Hebrews are worshiping a God of this Bible, the God of this Bible, Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, Bible Hub. The God of this Bible is called Yahweh. He's the Lord right here. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. If we look at all these other versions over here, you can see that it all says Lord right there. And then you have Yahweh is a warrior. Yahweh is his name. Continuing down, then you have Jehovah is a man of war. Okay? Jehovah is his name. The Lord Jehovah, the mighty man and a warrior. Lord Jehovah is his name. I'm going to show you something that should cause conflict for you as well. Yahweh is a man of battle. Yahweh is his name. So I don't worship anything that's a man, right? Because Numbers chapter 23, verse 19, Bible Hub. Right here. This is why I don't worship man. God is not a man that he should lie, or the Son of Man, Jesus Christ. God is not a man, or is he the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? Well, I know that the Supreme Spirit, as this Bible tells us, is supposed to have a covenant with his children, the children of Israel, an everlasting covenant. And I say the everlasting covenant on this plane of existence, who's participating in it? Where are God's children at? Where are all of God's children? Come on, there were hundreds of thousands of you that were grouped together and out in the desert. Where are all of the true Hebrews today? Huh? Well, they're not there in the providence of Israel, that's for sure. So this is the reason why God is a man. Also, when you look at this text here, this God here is El. This is key to understand in your salvation of what you're reading and taking on here, what I'm showing you. White Raptor News didn't write the Bible here, folks, okay? I just read the Bible and I point out the indiscrepancies and try to get you to flip your light switch on so that you can understand what's going on. Also, though, this God, look, El, God, in plural, gods, shortened from Ayil, strength as objective, mighty, especially the Almighty. Now, I've also said and made quite a few arguments that El here is not the supreme creator. Understand that anything that is a flesh suit is not the supreme creator. God and plural of gods are not the supreme creator. They're something that is used of the supreme creator. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, Bible Hub. Here you have two different definitions for what's going on. Here you have then the Lord, and the Lord here is self-existent. It's eternal, okay? And this is where you have confusion. Why is there two different names? Jehovah, this is what the name is of those Jewish national name of God. Jehovah is the Jewish national name of God. The proper name of God of Israel is Yahweh, but I just showed you that Yahweh is a man. So, and I also showed you that Jehovah is a man. And the Supreme Spirit is telling you that he is not a man. So that's questionable, folks. And these are the things that you have to pay attention to. These are the things that I bring to light. These are the things that I show you. And this is why after 2 years, I'm still only at 380 subscribers. And I wouldn't have you as subscribers if it wasn't for, me putting the shorts. So I will not be able to share other people's shorts and leave those shorts up on my channel for any period of time. They have to be removed immediately after I've planted them. I'll keep them up for a day and that's it. But that's the best I can do. Anyways, we're here at Numbers chapter 30, the vows. Okay, Moses said to the head of the tribes of Israel, this is what the Lord commands. Remember, I just showed you that Lord means self-existing eternal spirit. It also, though, Lord, this is what's so important and crucial for your understanding, is just because it says Lord or Lord or God in the Bible doesn't mean always that it's speaking about the Creator. I mean, seriously, folks. So I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. How many times is the word creator used in the Bible? That's the question that I put to Google. And it doesn't even give me the answer. It asks how many times is the word create in the Bible. The word create appears 8 times in the King James Bible version. Okay, it uses various contexts throughout the Old and New Testament. Okay. So here also, I woke up like a week ago. I didn't say anything about it, but look at here. Let's change pages here. We're looking for red. We're going to see a lot of red. I've already went through these and deleted my videos because they're not. Oh, these are my shorts. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. As you can see, these are all good to go. You don't see any red, but watch what happens. All these videos that I use, that I've made for you guys with any kind of music, I deleted like about probably a half dozen of them the other night. I was too tired to go through them all. But anything that I've used with music today, they've blocked. This video here is one of my best videos. They've blocked it. See, all these videos that I've done with music, because now they don't want me using the music because the music's too powerful. It's exposing the evil, because these songs all are relative to the number 666 that I'm using. So you can see that they have blocked and partially blocked many of my videos now. So I woke up and this is all my videos and stuff with music in them. So I found that kind of, frustrating, because I've got so much work into these videos, and then to wake up and find them all blocked. So I just wanted to show you that as well too. Well, why are they blocking my content? Because I've made a connection to the Revelations 13:18, and I've connected that to the sixth day of creation, and there's no way that you can dispute what I've been teaching for years. In fact, what I have taught should be something that is screamed out to the world from every minister. I'm telling you that if a minister of Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, or even the Israelite community are hearing the truth about the 666 system, you guys should be adding that content to your lessons. I don't see why the Hebrew Israelite community is not supportive of what I'm sharing of that man that's created on the sixth day, which tells me that you have to be leery of every religion on this plane of existence. So let's begin this lesson here. We're at Numbers 30. Moses said to the head of the tribes of Israel, "This is what the Lord commands when a man makes a vow to the Lord or takes an oath to obligate himself by a pledge. He must not break his word, but must do everything he said." And folks, I tell people all the time, stop making promises to God. Okay? You can't make promises to God. We break them. So you don't make a promise to God. You don't pledge something to God unless you are capable of holding that pledge, because in the end, you're going to be shown that you made a pledge to him and that you didn't uphold your pledge. I can't think of any promise that I've ever made to the Supreme Creator that I haven't broke my promise that I've made to him. I'm trying to make this promise here to read this Bible, all of this Bible, every chapter, every verse to the people. I've made this promise. Well, originally, the promise was that I'd write it up on the board. So I've already broken the promise that I would write the scriptures up on the board, but I've started working again. And, when you're writing these chapters and stuff up on the board, it takes anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, and then I do the lesson, then I have to screen the thing and edit the thing. By the time I'm done doing a lesson, I'm 3-4 hours into it. So I've made that acknowledgement to the Spirit of Truth, the living God. I hope that he gives me a pass for not writing the scriptures up on the board, and he'll let me just get this pass and continue reading, because I will, as long as I'm alive today, will continue reading this Bible, the entirety of the Bible, from the very first page of the Bible to the last page of the Bible. Every page will be written, and not one man or woman will be able to say to me, White Raptor News, you need to read the whole Bible. This is why I started doing it, is because I was tired of listening to people tell me you got to read the whole Bible. You're taking it out of context. I take nothing out of context. I read scripture, parable upon parable, precept upon precept, line upon line. I connect all of the dots, and I make the Bible make sense. And I was taught this Bible from a genuine, beautiful man, my priest, my belated priest. All praise and glory to the Most High for this beautiful spirit that taught me how to read this Bible. Okay, picking back up at 3. When a young woman still living in her father's household makes a vow to the Lord or obligates herself by a pledge, and her father hears about her vow or pledge but says nothing to her, then all her vows and every pledge by which she obligated herself will stand. But if her father forbids her when he hears about it, none of her vows or the pledge by which she obligated herself will stand. The Lord will release her because her father has forbidden her. Well, I wish my family would have been more connected. When I was a very young child, we did read the Bible quite often. We did go to church. But honestly, it felt fake. Not just the church, my family. The purpose and reason why we were going to church, to me, it just seemed fake. I liked the Bible studies. I liked reading the Bible and stuff when we were in Bible studies. But I cannot deny my feelings that when we were in that room, nothing really felt genuine. Like the parable, when Jesus says, "These men honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. That's kind of what I felt as a young child. I didn't really feel anything. So picking back up at 6, if she marries after she makes a vow or after her lips utter a rash promise by which she obligates herself, and her husband hears about it but says nothing to her, then her vows or the pledges by which she obligated herself will stand. But if her husband forbids her when he hears about it, he nullifies the vow that obligates her or the rash promise by which she obligated herself, and the Lord will release her. And I don't know about this. I think every person's relationship between the Spirit of truth and them themselves, their own souls, is their obligation. Nothing can be a mediator between you and the Spirit of truth. The Spirit of truth is telling us, look, you've got to learn how to read this Bible and understand. Just because it says God in the Bible doesn't mean that it's talking about the supreme creator. Okay, you must understand that. There's many definitions for God in the Bible. You have Theos, you have El, you have Helakai, you have Elohim, you have El Shaddai, El Elyon, El. You have Lord, you have Lord. These all have different meanings, okay? Just because it's in the Bible, it doesn't mean that it's the supreme God. It means that it's talking about gods on this plane of existence. Listen to what I'm going to share with you. Don't roll away. If the Spirit, the supreme Spirit of truth, the living God, is giving a very first command, you shall have no other gods before me, then this implies that there are other gods, okay? And the Spirit of truth, the living supreme authority, the rider of all things, the force that moves all things in place, is telling us that we're not to worship any graven images. We're not to worship one another. We're not to idolize one another, okay? It's this place that we live on is an illusion, and that man that was created on the 6th day in an image of God is the one that's performing these acts. It's funny when I listen to atheists talk about God, they always like bringing up, you guys worship an invisible man that you can't see in the sky. It's funny. Well, I got news for you. It is a sorcery. It is a sorcerer because the man's created in an image, and the word image has the word mage in it, and a mage is a practitioner of magic. That man that's created on the 6th day of creation is a magic man.
The seasons change.
This man here is created on the 6th day of creation. God created man in his own image. The word image is telling you that I'm a mage. An image is an illusion. It's a phantom. That's what I'm telling you. So now you understand that God that created himself on the 6th day, created in an image of God, is the devil. Number 9, any vow or obligation taken by a widow or divorced woman will be binding on her. If a woman living with her husband makes a vow to obligate herself by a pledge under oath, and her husband hears about it, but says nothing to her and does not forbid her, then all her vows or the pledges by which she has obligated herself will stand. But if her husband nullifies them when he hears about them, then none of the vows or pledges that come from her lips will stand. Her husband nullified them, and the Lord will release her. Understand something here, man. When Adam and Eve ate from the apple, I need you to understand this. Adam and Eve were one. They were spiritual beings. Adam didn't rule over his wife. Ruling one over another is Satan, to rule over something. You see, the entire purpose why the Supreme Creator created mankind the entire purpose why the Supreme Creator allowed mankind to be created. Revelations chapter 13, verse 15, Bible Hub. Okay, what you got to understand is something here with great power. The second beast was permitted to give breath to the image of the first beast so that the image could speak and cause those who refused to worship it to be killed. So something, a beast, a demon, a devil was permitted to give breath to the image of the first beast. The very first time that beast is used in the Bible is Genesis 1:25. That's your connection. And then something which was created in Genesis 1:27 was given power. This one here. So God, this God is Elohim, a plural again of Eloah. God's in the ordinary sense, but specifically used. Man, it's so big to understand that. This God is used. This is not the Supreme Creator, okay? Elohim are plural of Eloah. What is plural? It means many gods. What does the word many have in it? It has man. Many men as gods will rule over you. So when Adam and Eve ate that apple, part of the punishment was your husband becoming a jerk-off. Part of the punishment was your wife becoming a liar and haughty and loud and proud and arrogant. And this is why he's placing seeds between you and the woman. Face it, Israel, you can't, honestly, I don't know. I'm just so saddened in the heart because of what I've learned in these parables. And even the children of God, you're so proud, you're so haughty, you're stiff-necked people, as it says in the Bible, that you refuse to hear the truth from anybody. It says plainly, 2/3 of God's children will die from lack of knowledge. See, you guys, the ones that do not serve the Supreme Spirit of truth are on the ledge. Okay? You're not in the know. White Raptor knows. White Raptor News knows. Okay? I'm no longer on the knowledge, and this is why I keep telling you we live in a split tongue language. This is why you have the word gory and the word glory. This is why you have the word sin insincere. This is why the Indians, the native Indians of this country here, said that the white man speaks with split tongue, because the definitions of our words have two meanings in it. When you create something, you have the ability to eat something. This is why eat is in the word create, because it is a split tongue language. When you understand the English language, then you will understand why you are under a curse, because you are speaking the language of the devil. English is the language of the beast. Face it, it's that factual. Picking up at 10, if a woman living with her husband makes a vow or obligates herself by a pledge or oath, and her husband hears about it, but says nothing to her and does not forbid her, then all her vows or the pledges by which she obligated herself will stand. But if her husband nullifies them when he hears about them, then none of the vows or pledges that came from her lips will stand. Her husband has nullified them, and the Lord will release her. Her husband may confirm or nullify any vow she makes or any sworn pledge to deny herself. But if her husband says nothing to her about it from the day to day, then he confirms all her vows or the pledges binded on her. He confirms them by saying nothing to her when he hears about them. If, however, he nullifies them sometime after he hears about them, then he must bear the consequences of her wrongdoing. These are the regulations the Lord gave Moses concerning relationships between man and his wife, and between a father and his young daughter still living at home. So that's closing in Numbers chapter 30. Remember, folks, we live in a plane of existence that is complete magic. All right? Everybody, I hope you have a blessed day. This is White Raptor News Ministry cutting out. All praise and glory to the mighty Most High, our Creator, who is one God, the invisible, the visible, the all you can see, the all you cannot see, the Almighty One. Give praise to your Creator, folks. Okay? It is to His glory of all things that He created, good and evil. This is White Raptor News Ministries.